What's up, everybody? Just a quick video here, primarily for a couple friends of mine who are about to be dealing with the same boat, but hopefully it helps anybody who wants to watch. I'm going to take the monk, I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to do the initial horrific visions from the Heart of Azeroth and Wrathion quest line. So you can see here we have quest number 1, Into the Darkest Depths, enter a horrific vision to discover what dark manifestations await in a world ruled by N'Zoth. So this is the first one you'll get in the series from Wrathion after you create this little portal here in the heart. And you have to buy a vessel of horrific visions from him if you haven't gotten one already. And then that allows you to enter a horrific vision. You go in there, got to get it done, complete that quest. You get the reward, and then we'll talk about what these mementos done after the reward's complete. Admittedly, I did this on my Death Knight, Blood Death Knight tank, maybe a week ago, and I failed it a couple times because I hadn't really done any research or looked up what needed to be done, so hence creating the video and hoping that maybe some folks benefit from kind of seeing it firsthand. But that said, I do know a little bit about what to do here and what the goal is, and then what we can do with those mementos afterwards. My only real concern is my weapon. I still have not managed to get anything better, so, 232 equipped, 238 possible if I threw on the Mistweaver weapons. Or not Mistweaver, Windwalker. I'm stuck with this 372-hander. Hopefully it doesn't get my damage enough to make anything too concerning. Everything else is pretty good. Item level's pretty high. Got some nice pieces, including a Harlan's from a Mythic 5 yesterday. So really kind of looking good there on a few things. Let's go ahead and jump in here and see what happens. So you click it, tell it you want to go in. Queues you up. So it said 0-1 bosses defeated. We're going in live here. So now we kind of get this little bar up here. Lets us know.
All of Orgrimmar drinks the blood of N'Zoth, twisting the horde into a frenzy.
So we'll quickly we'll talk to Wrathion, the image of Wrathion. We can show the map here and talk about what we're going to do. So all this stuff, it already warns you right away that, usually it says like your cloak, warning, this is very challenging, upgrade the Azrakamas Shroud of Resolve, your Legendary Cloak, in order to do it, right? So you got to upgrade that thing before you're going to touch any of this stuff. So let's just say we're going to go in here and we're just going to go straight for the guy. Periodically, and something to pay attention to, periodically summons a zone of power. Standing in it grants, increased damage by 20%. Failing to stand there reduces damage by 10%. Now, when I first read that, I thought, oh, so only when the pool's up and I'm not standing in it am I getting damage reduction by 10%. Not true. It's the entire time. So, basically, the whole time we're in this area doing the quest here, we will be at 10% reduced damage, and only when those little pools are up on the ground and we're standing in them will we get a 25% damage bonus. So it's extremely important, especially with no buffs your first time in. You really got to keep an eye on those little pools and stand in it. Now I'm going to be doing this in Brewmaster, like the title says, tank spec. So I'm not so much worried about dying as I am about getting through it. The idea is, we'll come in, we'll go to the right here, we'll run up to the shaman, and we'll pull anything that's between us and them. Usually with the Death Knight, I kind of just pull everything, group it all up, and kill it. But with the Brewmaster not knowing how this is going to go, I'm going to be a little more conservative. I'm going to pull minimally, get to the shaman, take him out, run up to the gates of this building. There's 2 guys there. Fight them, kill them, and then the little purple gate opens, and then you go in, you fight Thrall, beat him. He has 2 primary mechanics. We'll see it when we're in there, but one, he's going to have it's an uninterruptible cast. It's going to do straight in front of him stun, like a ground effect. And then it's like a smash or whatever. So you just got juke out of that. It's pretty fast. And then the other one, he does kind of this thing. I can't remember what raid to relate it to because I haven't played long enough or in a while. But basically, you'll see that either the outside of a circle, I think it was actually the first raid in BFA, because there was 3 circles of devastation it would make, and he would either start outward coming in or inward coming out. But there's either, the whole floor is blackened in the inner circle and the outer circle is safe and you stand there. And then it swaps, and now the outer circle is black and the inner circle is safe and you stand there. And it'll do that or it'll do it vice versa. So we'll see that when we go in. But that's the plan. Whew. So we're doing it live. Let's see if we can execute. Ready and go. Quick sip of beer and we're on our way. Okay, so you can mount up immediately. Like I said, I'm going to kind of go to the right and go straight for this shaman. Now there's this thing he can summon. I don't know if he summons it. Oh, here's our first pull. You see us? We're standing in it. We do some bonus damage. Okay, everything's dead. Give ourselves a moment to kind of heal up a little bit. And one of those pulls. And right here, these 2 guys. Kind of it. I didn't necessarily mean to attack them right then. I'd like to heal up above 50%. I should have interrupted that shout. Let's watch this other guy. Make sure if he's going to do it, we're going to... Okay, so we dodged the frontal there. We interrupted his shout. There was one of those pools we could have stood in right here. It was a little far away. Alright, so let's heal up. We have 500. So we can't dilly-dally. Usually right here, I heal up to full sanity. Oop. Alright, here's a surging darkness. See the center's clear. Oh, and we didn't juke out of that. Alright, our sanity's pretty low. There's that seismic slam. Alright, center's clear. Gotta watch for the next seismic slam. Alright, get out of all that business. Get back in this thing. Use the Heart of Azeroth proc. and that shit got close. Close, 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 close. You see how I took a few of the hits there that I shouldn't have taken?
A blow well struck, but this was only the beginning.
But that's it. Oh, whew. That was tight. That's the run. And basically, up until rank 5, that's really all you need to worry about doing. And it gets easier every time, and I'll show you why. So first time through, in any given week, you should get a guaranteed something. And it should have a corruption on it. Let's see what we got. It's only a 420. Ooh. But it is Twilight Devastation, which is amazing for tanks. So that's going to be going on. That is an incredible piece to have gotten just now. I'm not unhappy about that at all. So it's your 2 Twilight Devastation because it's 50% corruption or 50 corruption. So everything can roll an effect like that in either tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3. Tier 1 will be plus 25 corruption, tier 2 will be plus 50 corruption, tier 3 will be plus 75 corruption. So this is a tier 2 Twilight Devastation. Even though it's 10 item levels lower, that particular corruption will be amazing for me. It will raise me to 70 corruption, but I'm about to do that a few times to get my corruption resistance a lot higher on the cloak. So go ahead and throw that on. Eventually we'll take this off. This 15 is worthless. I just need a better wrist. And I'll be fine. Twilight Devastation is pretty amazing. So we completed the quest. We got a reward, right? We got a Twilight Devastation piece, which is incredible. Now we're going to go ahead and looted the thing. Now we just pop out of here. See Thrall's green, right? So we could have done 4 other masks. That's what they call it. To knock out those 4 other bosses in those areas, but we don't have the gear for that. So, I mean, for those that just cared about how to do the first Seraphic Vision, that's it. But now the one thing I'd like to add is these corrupted mementos. Okay, so you complete that. Yeah.
Where's it coming from?
It's going to take a minute, I guess, before I can show everybody what's going on there. What is this? Just, oh, Magni, sorry. I was all excited reading about the amount of corruption I'm going to have to deal with. Nazoth Whispers found. Here it is right here, I think.
Do you require experimentation?
I counsel the High Chieftain.
Alright, well, I'm going to go back in and do a quick TLDR because I can't remember how the hell this particular quest works, to be honest. I feel like we're wasting a little bit of time here. So, the big thing is you're going to get to use those mementos right here. This table is going to become active as soon as we clear up this quest. And you'll use these corrupted memories or mementos. It's basically like a talent tree, and each one costs a little bit more. But the first one you'll get works in either groups or solo, and you can put a little yellow bubble down on the ground to restore your sanity. So what I like to do is I like to fight up to the door, drop the bubble, restore my sanity, and come on back through and kill the guy easily. So it basically makes it super easy to do. It's that first completion that's really the big deal. Oh, I'm just not clicking on this appropriately. Anyway, there's no sense in everybody continuing to watch this. I'm just gonna kill the video at this point. We may fire up and stream again later, but for now, kind of summarizes what to do. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.